Greetings, dear Christian brethren. I am Richard Cotes. In the 17th century, I was renowned as a printer and publisher, dedicated to Puritan and Reformed literature. From 1635 to 1652, I had the honour of being the official bookseller of London. Today, I am privileged to share with you a helpful publication from your contemporary Christian era. Puritan Publications has graciously invited me to present to you a book penned by Dr. McMahon, entitled The Two Wills of God. Originally written as his PhD dissertation, this work has been transformed into a more accessible and reader-friendly version. The concept of God's will often leads to thoughtful and practical questions. I imagine you've pondered, what is God's will for my life at some point? Or perhaps wondered, does God truly love everyone? Or, can God's will ever be thwarted, and does he ever change his mind? Throughout the halls of Christian history, these challenging questions regarding God's will and his divine methods of salvation and damnation have been fervently debated. Grasping the intricacies of God's will, especially in relation to human salvation, can be overwhelming, given the vastness of the Bible. Yet exploring these questions can provide clarity, enhancing our understanding of the magnificent God we worship and his interactions with his people through Jesus Christ. It's understandable that many Christians grapple with complex ideas. Maybe you have as well. Questions like, if God doesn't wish for the wicked to perish, is his will thwarted when they stray? Or why is God depicted as repenting, mourning, or changing his mind? What about the concept of common grace? Is it biblically grounded? And does God ever desire what he hasn't decreed or decree what he doesn't desire? Just how many wills does God possess? Dr. McMahon's book offers invaluable insights and tools to discern the nature of God's will and its manifestation throughout redemptive history by God's covenant through Jesus Christ. It addresses a myriad of theological questions, emphasizing that with the right interpretive tools, one can confidently affirm that God does not possess two conflicting wills. The book underscores the importance of proper interpretation, tackling challenging subjects such as the appropriate use of logic, the difference between mysteries and contradictions, apologetic perspectives, the nuances of Calvinism and Arminianism, biblical interpretation, common grace, and the intentions of God's decrees. It also explores the interpretations of revered theologians like John Calvin, William Perkins, Francis Turretin, and Jonathan Edwards, as well as the perspectives of various church confessions and creeds. Furthermore, Dr. McMahon has introduced an abridged version of this seminal work, which is roughly half its original length. This concise edition has been meticulously revised, with certain sections updated or omitted to simplify and enhance the reader's comprehension of God's will. It makes for a study on such a difficult topic far easier. Both versions of this work are presently available in ebook and printed editions. I encourage you to obtain a copy from Puritan Publications and embark on this enlightening journey of understanding God's will, both in theory and practice. The subject of God's will is undoubtedly weighty, but Dr. McMahon's work makes it more approachable. I pray that as you investigate this topic, you gain a deeper understanding of King Jesus' decrees and their significance in your life. I leave you with my blessings. Amen.